Hi, how are you doing? Now in this video, let's create the post. Okay, so in our post controller, what we're going to do is instead of returning this, let's work on getting the user from the request. Okay, that is the first thing we need. So what we can do is we can use this request and we get user in the request. Okay, because it's all authenticated routes, our application is fully secured with this middleware, right? So in the request we get the user, and now we have defined the relationship between user and post, right? Refer to that relationship user post Okay, that's plural post, and then we can use this create method. Okay, so this will take an array. Now in this case it is just one item, that is body, that we're creating. So body will be request body. So using this user post relationship, we can directly create a new post like so. So this is all we need to create a post. Okay, so let me comment here, create post. Now the next step would be to return the response. Okay, now before we work on the response, let's give it a try. Let's see if it creates a new post in the database. Okay, let's give it a refresh. Let's try creating a new post here. Post. Okay, so we get this error 500. Let me go back to my post model. I forgot the semicolon here because I've been writing a lot of JavaScript lately, and that wouldn't be necessary for JavaScript. Let's see if this will fix. Okay, let's refresh. Okay, so that seems to work. So things like this can waste a lot of your time, so make sure you don't have the typos and things like that. So in my case it was just the issue of semicolon. Okay, so let's check the database, and we created a new post. Awesome. And because we had this foreign key, as you can see, it is pointing, and if you click here it takes me to the user who created it. Okay, awesome. Now let's work on the second part, that is returning the response. So we want to send the response back to the React side, the front end of our application, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to use this response method. So return response, and this response will be the type of JSON. Okay, so we need to find this post, the one that we just created. We need to find this from the database and return along with the user who created it. So what I can do is I can type in the post model here, post. Okay, and when we return this response with the JSON data type, we make this query using this post, which is a type hinted to the post model. Okay, so post, and using this with method. So what we want to do is we want to get this post with user, and what we need to do is we need to find this post that we just created. So what we can do is we can assign it to a variable. So let's call it created post. Okay, so we create this post, we assign it to a variable. Now we can reference to this variable. So find this one, it's ID. So once we create the post successfully, we return the response with the JSON type, and the type includes the post with user, which is this post ID. Okay, so it finds based on the ID, and this is how we pass the ID using this using the variable to the created post, and we give that here to the find method. Now before we try, let's make sure that we have this post here. Let's use app post. Okay, now let's give it a try. Refresh. Okay, so that seems to work. Let's go check out the database. Great, we are successfully creating a new post by the right user. Awesome. Now in the next video, what we can do is we can empty this content as soon as we post, right? And then when the new post is created, those posts are rendered in this section. Okay, so let's work on that in the next video. Thank you.